Very good morning, friends. Happy Teachers Day to all teachers over there. And we're going to learn again something in today's session. Remedy generally overlooked but having very much value in clinical practice and in the deeper pathologies, and that is the Clematis Erecta. That's the remedy which we're going to learn. A remedy from plant kingdom, a remedy from Ranunculaceae family. This remedy I have used for two important things in my practice. First important thing, it is very useful in urethral strictures. The miasmatic background of this remedy is typically psychosyphilitic, where there is a gonorrheal psychosis with a syphilis itself. And that's why these psychosyphilitic pathologies you're going to get commonly. Urethral stricture, it is post-gonococcal urethritis producing a stricture, most common about this remedy. Second important thing for which I have used it for the indurated testes. The induration might be because of cancer, might be because of chronic inflammation, it might be because of syphilis, it might be because of any other reason. But this is a very wonderful remedy for indurated testes. Third important thing for which this remedy always comes at the top is blepharitis, inflammation of the meibomian gland, and there is inflammation of the edges of the eyes. This remedy do a wonder. This is again related with the same miasm, the psychotic gonorrheal miasm, and that's why even sometimes the gonococcal conjunctivitis, which you can get over this in this remedy. Then this remedy, you should not forget the syphilis itself, and because of which inguinal lymphadenopathy associated with it. Sometimes it is a buboste. It is very close to the mercurius. But one important difference is that mercurius never feels better by perspiration. In clematis, the perspiration ameliorates the complaint. That is the basic difference between this mercusol and the Clematis erecta. Those are the persons who generally are homesick persons. Those are This is very close to the capsicum, our famous homesick remedy, capsicum. This is one more where you get this homesickness. Another important thing which you should not forget, that induration is the characteristic, and because of which in heart cancer, specifically of the breast and testes, this remedy do a wonder. So we're going to learn this remedy from the Boericke Medica. Open your Boericke Medica, the Clematis erecta on page number 215. 213, Clematis erecta, Virgin's bower. Scrofulous. The first word itself suggests that glandular affections, glands are affected. Rheumatic, second important psychotic entity in the remedy. Gonorrheal and syphilitic patients. See, gonorrheal is psychotic, syphilis is syphilitic. So in first line only, you can get the miasmatic focus of this specific remedy, that this is psychosyphilitic remedy. Act specially on the skin, glands, and genitourinary organs, especially the testicles. See, very important paragraph is always the first paragraph from Boericke, where you can define the specific action of the remedy and what it will going to cause. You can get the whole idea about the remedy in the first few sentences. So, very specific action on the skin, very specific action on the glands, very specific action on the genitourinary organs, especially testes in males. A remedy of much importance in disturbances of sleep and neuralgic pains in various parts. Many of the pains are relieved by perspiration. Underline this. This is the differentiating factor between the merc and this remedy. Muscles relaxed and twitching, great emaciation, and great sleepiness. It is a remedy for great sleepiness. This is given in italics, and this is one of the important feature one should not forget. Distant pulsations in whole body like natrum muriaticum. In Natremure, there is a heart pulsations felt all over the body, similar type of symptoms which you can get in Clematis erecta. Head, boring pain in the temples, confused feeling better in open air. The patient becomes so confused and he feels better when he goes in the open air, like pulsatilla, like limsipa. But the reasoning is basically in mental symptoms, the confusion bed feels better in open air. Eruptions on occiput at the base of hair, moist, pustular, sensitive, and itching. So back of the head at the occipital area, you'll get there the hairs which are moist. There are pustular eruptions and sensitive and itching. They are very much itching. Generally, such types of eruptions are quite common with the neurodermatitis. This is very typical feature in neurodermatitis. Eyes. Eyes, there is a heat in eyes and educator must close them. So patient doesn't want to open the eyes. They always wants to make them close. Chronic blepharitis. Blepharitis means it is the chronic inflammation, redness and irritation along the edges of eyelids with sore and swollen meibomian glands. Meibomian glands, these are the glands which are present on the edges of the eyes. These are oil producing sebaceous glands located in the eyelid that secrete a lipid substance called meibomium to form the outer thin layer of your tears. Iritis, great sensitiveness to the cold, flickering before eyes. That is another feature which you can get over there. The eyes gets flicker very commonly. This is common feature of a blepharitis also. Pustular conjunctivitis. So there is a pustular conjunctivitis that is gonococcal more commonly with tinea capitis. It is the ringworm of the scalp. Eyes are inflamed and protruding. Face, white blisters on the face and nose. There are white blisters on the face as well as on nose, as if burned by the sun. Swelling of maxillary glands, submaxillary glands, which are swollen over there because of eruptions either on the face, either on the nose, either on the eye. With heart tubercles, throbbing, aggravated by being touched. So submaxillary glandular inflammation, and it's very sensitive to touch. Pain in right side of the face of the eyes, ears, and temples. This remedy is basically a right-sided remedy more, and that's why you get more right-sided features. So right-sided prosopalgia, right-sided eye complaints, right-sided ear complaints, temporal headache. Better holding cold water in the mouth. These patients, there is a toothache and they feels better by holding cold water inside the mouth. Teeth ache worse at night and from tobacco. So toothache is from aggravated at night. It indicates syphilitic modality and tobacco. Teeth feels too long. Stomach after eating, weakness in all limbs and pulsation in the arteries. Male genitalia, and here the center of action of the clematis is there. This is the most important part which gets involved in clematis erecta. It is ilioscrotal neuralgia. Patient is complaining of very severe pain in ilioscrotal area. Testicles are indurated with bruised feeling. This is given in italics and it has a meaning: hydrocele, cancer, tumor, cysts, and which are all indurated. This remedy works better. Swelling of the scrotum, that is orchitis, right half of only. So right testicular swelling, most specific is the clematis erecta. Troubles from suppressed gonorrhea, so it has close relation to the psychotic miasm. Violent erections which teaches in the urethra. So there are violent erections of the penis which teaches teaching type of pain in the urethra. This is because of urethral stricture. Testicles hang heavy and retracted with pain along the spermatic cord and especially on right side. So right testicular inflammation, hardness with a pain, with a stitching type of pain, with a urethral affection, clematis plays very vital role. Second action is on urinary tract. So urinary tract tingling in urethra lasting some time after urinating, frequent scanty urination, burning at the orifice, interrupted flow. a very characteristic indication of the stricture urethra. Urethra feels constricted, urine emitted drop by drop. Again, all symptoms which are related with the urethral stricture you can get over there in this remedy. Inability to pass urine, all urine, dribbling after urination, pain worse at night, pain along the spermatic cord, and commencing stricture. See, this is specifically the characteristic indication for which clematis is having its role. So, commencing stricture of urethra or already developed stricture of urethra, all symptoms of the stricture of urethra which are present, and modality is aggravation. All complaints are aggravated at night. Skin, there is red burning, vesicular, scaly, scabby. So eruptions which are scaly, which are vesicular types of eruption, which are burning a lot, which are red, inflamed. So generally, such types of eruptions you get in herpes zoster also. Sometimes it might be pemphigus also. It's just terribly worse washing in cold water, worse face and hands, scalp around the occiput. So the eruptions on the scalp, specifically around the occiput, and such type of eruptions, if vesicular or pustular eruptions are there, must think about the clematis erecta. Glands are hot, painful, swollen, worse inguinal glands. Lymphadenopathy, submaxillary lymphadenopathy, most common. Glandular indurations and tumors of the breast. So very important in the tumors of the breast. One should not forget this remedy. The varicose ulcers, another important feature, varicose ulcer. Modalities, patient is felt better in open air, worse at night and warmth of bed, wash and new moon. Monthly aggravation. So there is periodicity. The aggravation is always monthly. Compare clematis vitalba, varicose and other ulcers, Cilicia, Staphysagrea, Petroleum, Oleander, Sarsaparilla, Cantharis, phosphoric acid, and Pulsatilla. Many remedies which are related with the psychotic miasm, they are very specifically mentioned over there in this specific remedy. And Cilicia, Staphysagrea, or remedies from the psychosyphilitic miasm or cancer miasm. This is also a remedy from the cancer miasm. Sarsaparilla, again the same thing, that psychosyphilitic remedy. Cantharis, phosphoric acid, and both of them again covers both the miasm, the psychosyphilitic miasm. Pulsatilla for second stage of inflammation, where the gonorrheal discharge, yellowish mucoid discharge from the urethra is a characteristic, and this is also a remedy for that. Antidotes, the bryonia and camphor. Dose is 3rd to 30th, and this remedy is quite depicting. It has 14 to 20 days action mentioned by Gibson Miller. This remedy I have used in 30th and 200 in my practice. But clematis 12C potency also suggests, when if the superficial mucus layer inflammations are there, the 12C is always useful in such types of cases. So wonderful remedy, clematis, one should not forget, for scrofulous diathesis, for action on, specifically action on right-sided testis, the breasts, tumors of the breast, urethral stricture, cancer of the breast, cancer of the testis, then blepharitis, where the meibomian gland which is getting affected over there, gonococcal conjunctivitis or chronic conjunctivitis. This is one important remedy. So this remedy has very typical psychosyphilitic presentation and depicting remedy, and it differs from Merck. Perspiration ameliorates in clematis, perspiration never ameliorates in Merck's. So that's all regarding this Clematis erecta. We'll meet again when time permits. Thank you.